Scene/Chapter 17. The conclusion proves true. Action news time. Golden shower. Wet my whistle, I'm gonna leak on you. Bob is back in his apartment muttering to himself, this is all getting a bit unbelievable, as he looks at all the information floating in front of him. He says loud and clear, okay, let's make some news, banging both his hands on the table. Gonzo Bob is a mile ahead of Hunter S. Thompson. Here comes the great Gonzo Muppeteer. I really waiting to go to the premiere of this movie. Bob then begins to assemble his new package and gives it a working name of the Gonzo Mind. Bob has all the stuff he needs that he previously loaded up, all he has to do is piece the story together, and he has all the clips hanging in a 3D cloud over his workstation in relevant pre-assembled clumps that he grabs and pulls into a main cluster, which he then expands with a flourish to spread out all the stuff he wants to use. He stripes a scenario timeline setting conditions for intro, global demise, women job shops, women sweatshops, women CEO interviews, male concern interview, biotech horror science, global resource decline, rise of female corporates, sororities, female training camps, women working on building sites, bias or biodiversity, the NTs. Bob blitzes through the editing process, leaving green blanks for his personal fill-ins, music, stings and voiceovers. His abilities shine, and a chi field aura around his head appears to help him with evaluating the information and using words and pictures as if they were all part of a new kind of creative martial art that he has picked up from the monks. Bob stuns himself and smiles at his activity with the fast PC work of cut and paste in a 3D environment and frantic typing, highlighting key phrases and quotes and adding in picture subtitles as the graphics and pictures splash past him. As he works, he gets occasional supportive flashes from his girlfriends who have made attempts to understand the situation and now accept what has happened to them and what is going on around them, that Auntie Ant is fundamentally bad and must go, although they think they are helpless where they are. They are at odds in the complex with Auntie Ant's supporting henchmen who do not accept any discussion and are rigid personalities requiring military-style permission to do anything or allow anything, even though they are not in a position to be asked, acting like pathetic officious traffic wardens but without wearing caps with yellow bands around them so nobody will park on their heads. Bob wins journalism against itself by using its own rules. He adds all the sensational spots and teases into the depths of the story connections. These CEOs appear to have been acting out stock performances and spin, saying similar rehearsed phrases like they are pulling the phrases on cue out of some central database of knowledge. As he completes the package, Bob makes a list of who he will be posting to major news outlets at Reuters, CNN, CNBC, NBC, Fox, BBC, RT, ABC, etc. to alert them about these organizations attached to Auntie Ant and their collaborative and destructive efforts to control global resources. Bob's boss is still trying to throw him off reality and force his news angle for his corporate clients with emails in bold capitals concerning promoting certain companies as being good and not involved. Bob reads and deletes or replies okay with no intention of doing any of it unless he can fit it in as an unimportant bit of filler. Bob then fills in the scripts he has made for himself into the gaps in his package and interviews himself with a green screen feed of his helicopter flight and reverses of his interviews asking loaded questions to the CEOs. Bob says to himself, this is totally unethical, but hey, so are they. He then edits the last pieces and runs it through and sits back with a big grin. Bob links the package to the news agency emails and fires the send button with an artistic flourish and says eat that, and quietly and die. Around the world news team staff stand gobsmacked at the incoming package material. As this happens, it appears that the stream has been intercepted and is being viewed by the Auntie Ant teams, and as Bob sits back his mind is being warped by some external chi force that eventually makes him roll around on the floor moaning with pain and him screaming the names of his girlfriend and the she-beast Auntie Ant. Bob strengthens himself and gets up and says, "So you are now on the heavy-duty defensive, you bitch. Now I have you. You have showed your cards. Now this is real." Bob is confident the purpose he has set himself is valid and now he has the method to do it even if he does not yet have the resources to do it.